Hey goddess, it's Cecily. Let's make a fibroid detox pineapple berry smoothie. Gigi wants some. Basically, we start with frozen pineapple today. I added about 3 dates. This was the last of my dates, so I got to head back out to the store because they're a super fertility food. Then I went ahead and added some frozen berries, as you can see. They're all frozen together: blackberry, raspberry, blueberry. This is my Green Goddess Fibroid Detox Smoothie Powder, guaranteed to optimize any smoothie you make for natural fibroid freedom. Will help you stop thinking and get you on track to shrinking, goddess. Gotta get it. All right, so then I added about a handful of walnuts, and then my liquid base for the smoothie today is coconut water, organic, of course. We're getting pinker and pinker, and voila. This was like nature's candy in a smoothie, and I had a ferocious sweet tooth today. And baby, when I tell you this smoothie got rid of that sweet tooth, and it's low glycemic, full of fiber, antioxidant rich, fertility boosting, and you know it's optimized to help you more easily shrink fibroids. This was a win. Gigi thought so too, but I didn't share it with her. Will you make this? If you do, grab that detox powder. Hey goddess, it's Cecily here. I'm in my lab working on new choreography for Dance Fit with Cecily. I didn't know that I do a fibroid elimination optimized high intensity interval training style workout that involves dancing, mind to womb connection, and strengthening the pelvic floor. Happens mostly on Saturdays, but you always have to check the community section of this channel for the final confirmation that we're actually having class on Friday nights. You can also check my Instagram. I always post on my Instagram stories if I'm having class the night before. On Instagram stories and sometimes on the actual Instagram channel. My IG is OP Fibroid Freedom. That's the @ symbol, OP Fibroid Freedom. Just check there Friday night, usually at the latest 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you will know if I am doing Dance Fit with Cecily live on Saturday here on the YouTube channel where you're watching this lovely video. This week, however, I will be making a small change to the schedule. I will be doing Dance Fit on Thursday morning. So you will be seeing, probably today's Monday, so by Tuesday, tomorrow, which should be October 18th, you should be seeing a live stream, a pre-scheduled video link on Thursday, which would make that I think the 20th of October, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so we're going to be doing it, changing gears this week, and it's happening on Thursdays. But the usual time to catch the free class and connect with me live at this super fun, high energy, supercharged, usually it's a hip hop style, soul, dance inspired workout, is Saturday mornings. All right. And very soon, very, very soon, I will be unlocking the option for you to join my membership and have access to the workouts in my library. And you can work out with me more often and activate that womb and cut off that food supply to fibroids with me in the comfort of your own home on your own schedule. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Something that I want to talk about today that a lot of us do. Usually women that are new to the holistic type of a lifestyle, women that are already versed in what, being more natural and more holistic about their lifestyle, their habits, their actions, and all of the interworkings of our daily lives as it relates to health, but also like things that we do that are the mundane parts of our lives, cleaning, our household products. There's a group of women that already are easily able to default into thinking along the lines of the best natural alternative. But then there's also women who are new to the subject of natural fibroid elimination that I also have to make sure that I speak to as well, because I notice that, they exist too. And everybody doesn't always know what the best way to conduct oneself within the subject of shrinking fibroids naturally is across all of these areas. So one thing I want to just touch on real quick, it's not really a big deal, but some of y'all are interested and actually applying the tips, the principles that you learn on my social media for having a natural fibroid freedom action plan, and I applaud you for that. Big ups to y'all. Like, shout out to all of my sisters who are new to the holistic lifestyle, new to natural fibroid elimination, but you're still trying. You're still taking action, right? That right there is so major. So I definitely want to shout y'all out before I say anything else, because you're doing big things. You're doing great. But I wanted to just put a little tip out, because sometimes some of the goddesses who are newer to holistic living, natural fibroid elimination, they want to make sure they're doing everything they hear about, everything there is to know to be doing. They want to make sure they're doing everything to shrink fibroids. And that's great, as long as it does not detract from your energy being balanced, detract from your peace of mind, right? If you are finding that you're in a situation where you are having anxiety because of anything that involves shrinking fibroids, sis, you're doing it wrong, okay? Yes, it's natural. When I had fibroids, I was never 100% all of the time, even keeled, peaceful, feeling empowered, feeling invincible and unstoppable, right? But I have to say this so that you can kind of take this and bring yourself back into center and pick yourself up and try again. Push on. Keep going, right? Some of you all reach out and you want to know if this product is best to use and if you should eat this food because somebody else on some other page that has nothing related or nothing to do with me or my platform, which is funny, but it's really not funny, because a lot of those messages all day, every day really start to get distracting, and I have no way to answer everybody. So if I didn't answer you personally, I'm answering you now. You have to use your intuition, unless you sign up for fibroid coaching, right? You sign up for coaching with me, we're going to be talking about things, whatever you'd like to talk about, we talk about in coaching. We go deeper. You have my attention for the duration of each weekly session. That's how that works. But I can't answer all of the questions in my emails and on my comments, across social media. So you've got to be intuitively operating on intuition, as well as a combination of your own common sense. And then you also have to know yourself well enough to know what is going to be best for you when it comes to basic foods and things like that. For example, chickpeas, right? If you've watched any of my recipes on this page or other pages, you'll see that I eat chickpeas. But I get the question a lot. Oh my God, you eat chickpeas? So-and-so, uncle, granddaddy, cousin, brother, auntie from this place that did this said that chickpeas are not good and that they grow fibroids. And I'm like, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me though. Like, I'm not saying that. And if I have it on my pages, I ate chickpeas, and I still do eat chickpeas. Chickpeas was one of my top foods. I should do a video on that again. I'm sure I've done a video on it on this channel, but it was like one of my top most common foods I ate when I had fibroids. I still eat chickpeas because I like, that's how chickpeas, mushrooms, they helped me survive when I was trying so hard to stick to eating vegan, trying so hard to stick to eating whole food plant-based and not, and feeling satisfied, So you got to be able to do research and move intuitively and not get freaked out, right? Or enough to where you get thrown off of your game when you hear something that will be contrary to what you know in your heart of hearts to be true, and what you see on people like my platform and other people's platforms that other people are doing, like toothpaste and all that kind of stuff. Did I do everything that there is to do 100%? Did I do everything? I'm sure that there's no way that I could have done everything that is recommended to do to shrink fibroids. But the question is, sis, not are you doing everything 100% under the sun to make sure that you are protecting your body from growing fibroids? That's not the question. The question is, are you doing enough of what needs to be done for you to bring and manifest balance in your body, in your womb, in your mind, that will cut off the food supply to the fibroids that are in your body? That's what the question is. That, are you doing enough for you? Because the answer to enough is what I like to call the equation for balance, or what I also like to call the fibroid formula, which also happens to be the name of my 2-week fibroid womb tea bag cleanse, specific for the reproductive system. It's called the fibroid formula for that reason. It helps you to bring your body back into balance. It helps you to get closer to whatever your formula is, in order to become naturally fibroid free, to cut off that food supply by balancing your hormones, right? By cleansing your cells, by cleansing and nourishing your womb and reproductive system and organs and so on and so forth. But the question is not every time we hear something, should I be doing this? Am I doing enough of that? Can I add that? What do you think about this? So-and-so says this, because that becomes too much, right? You need to make sure you're doing enough. Now, within the subject of enough, there's some basics, right? There's some basic areas that we need to cover, like eating whole food plant-based, supporting your liver, right? Making sure you're regular, making sure you're hydrated, and eliminating everything that we already know is processed, eliminating anything that has added hormones, anything that has heavy metals and that kind of stuff. There's basics, and I've taught you the basics. And if you don't know the basics, go to my video series on this channel called Buy Fibroids with Cecily and run that replay back, girl. Run the replay, because I give you all the basics. If those areas are covered, that is more than half the battle for you to be getting on track to shrink fibroids. The next thing is making sure you have a comprehensive herbal protocol in place, which I also give you with my fibroid formula 2-week tea cleanse in the form of the tea bags. I also give you an option with a deeper detoxification herbal tea, which is my Buy Fibroids loose tea blend. It helps you support and cleanse and nourish the liver, as well as your other bodily systems, your blood, the reproductive system, your lymphatic system, supports healthy digestion, and even the nervous system, right? The Bifibroids is a deeper, more multi-system detox. So that's a bit of a deeper cleansing process that provides. And it's great if you have not detoxed in a while, or you've never detoxed at all. I would say start with Bifibroids. You can certainly get both. And you can do, Bifibroids one day and have the fibroid formula another day. They're both great together. You can use them. You can alternate them, use them in conjunction with each other, or only choose one. It is up to you, but I've given you that. I've also given you a smoothie, fibroid detox smoothie powder, my green goddess powder. Those are some examples of herbs. And then, of course, if you work with me on a more close basis, right, like signing up for one-on-one coaching, a consultation, you can go to my website, operationfibroidfreedom.com, and click on the services tab to see all my services and my pricing schedule. But in the more up close and personal format, which also includes 90-day fibroid elimination coaching, where I work with you weekly for 90 days and hourly sessions. In those, I can even help you go even further by helping you to not only set up your own fibroid freedom action plan that I help you with based on your lifestyle, based on the foods that are available to you, your location on the earth, your health record currently, or your body constitution is what we like to call it, as well as whatever symptoms that you may be experiencing. We can go through all of that in a coaching client format, but you have to sign up with me for a service. It's not a free service. It's very intense. It's very serious, and that's when we get busy, right? We can do that too, and go deeper with herbs. And then if there's some of y'all that don't even want herbs because you have other health issues and health situations that you are also allotting for within your Fibroid Freedom Action Plan, where you have to figure other things out, have to figure out how to balance those hormones and start to shrink fibroids through other means. I've done that too. That's why having a fibroid coach is so valuable. And I invite you to go over to Operation Fibroid Freedom, check out my services, send me a message and let me know what service you would like to set up. And then we can get on a discovery call for 15 minutes and get you onboarded for the program or for a consultation. But the bottom line is, you're not supposed to be getting freaked out, thrown off of your gangster or your balance, your peace of mind when you hear one thing. Or even better, and I've been through this too, sis, so don't think you're alone, but maybe we thought the fibroids were smaller, or we thought we got rid of them, and we find out that they are actually still there. Whatever it is, you are supposed to be doing what you know is healthy for you, for your body, for your life, for your mind, for your spirit, for your soul, for your person, not just in relation to fibroids, but in relation to you as a whole balanced being, right? Flesh, spirit, soul, and body. You're supposed to be doing that along with implementing and committing and consistently sticking to a solid Fibroid Freedom Action Plan. If you're really doing that, you're not, in my opinion, now everybody's different, right? But what I didn't do, what I did not do, and what I did not want to live like was staying in the doctor's office every 5 minutes, staying up under those machines, which actually cause radiation, right? We don't want to always have those sonograms and those machines around our womb. They are electronic devices. They probably are emitting some form of EMF or something that could be scrambling our womb cells and disrupting the womb cellular matrix, the balance of our womb cellular matrix. We have to be thinking along the lines of energy, our energy being balanced and protecting our energy in that respect too. Now, that being said, obviously, some of y'all are gonna go and get checkups, right? But I would caution you to just not be always in the doctor's office getting sonograms. Like weekly is like way too much, in my opinion. Of course, you are your own person and you do whatever you feel is comfortable for you. I'm respecting that, but do not, please don't reach out to me if you're doing that, because that is not how I lived my life. That's not how I carried out my Fibroid Freedom Action Plan. And that is not part of my philosophy. I don't coach on that. That's not really my style. I've always only ever recommended that you give yourself at least 3 to 6 months minimum before you start looking for major changes, major results, like reduction in the size or number of fibroids, reduction in symptoms. Now, pause on that, because I do have a whole coaching service that I offer where we talk about building a better period, where we talk about stopping heavy bleeding and menorrhagia immediately in its tracks for you. So I do offer that. If you're suffering with heavy bleeding, that is a symptom that I can help you get rid of immediately. And you can have normalcy, go back to your regular routine tomorrow, today. All you got to do is book it. And if you want me to include the herbs that I recommend in that, because the service can be informational only, but then you can also have me put together building a better period kit, right? A kit for you to stop menorrhagia right now, right? You can have that with the physical products and the informational consultation all in one. So that is something that I can help you with immediately. I do have multiple ways that we can stop menorrhagia, stop breakthrough bleeding, and get your cycle back to normal gradually over time, and strengthen those womb cells and capillaries and help you fix the heavy bleeding. That is something where you can get immediate results. So I just wanted to put that out there. But your job for looking for major reduction in size, shrinking of fibroids, right? Looking for fibroids to fall out or looking to go back and see if they've disappeared is a minimum of 3 to 6 months. Minimum. Does that mean that's exactly the time period that it will take for you to become fibroid free or see results? Absolutely not. Because we are not God and we are not Mother Nature. Whether, we're not, that's not what we do. All we can do is help you get set up with the tools that have got so many, including myself, to become naturally fibroid free and maintain natural fibroid freedom. But you still are your own person. You're still your own microcosm, your own womb-niverse, right? So your body's reaction may be very different and look very differently. And you have to be patient with that, because there is a level of this process where we don't have any control. So I have to put that out there, because sometimes some of us that are not as well versed with holistic work, working in the holistic arena on any area of our bodies and our lives, or we are looking for a time, looking at things from the perspective of Western society, of modernization, of convenience. And that is has nothing to do with nature, working with nature, and especially natural health, right? Natural womb wellness. All we can do is what we know to be the best to nourish and cleanse and support ourselves. And then we also have to trust and let nature, let the creator do the rest. We have to surrender. So I want to put that out there to let you know, stop beating yourself up, sis, and stop causing yourself so much stress. Because there is a part of the process where we have to, and we should feel, more so than saying it in a way where it's like have to. I looked at it when I had fibroids as I am being blissed to be able to just relax and recline. I can recline now. I got my Fibroid Freedom Action Plan. I know what to do. The symptoms that I had have stopped. I don't have heavy bleeding anymore, so I know I'm on the right track. My stomach's not sticking out anymore, so I know I'm on the right track. I'm going to be grateful for where I'm at in the present, because as long as I'm focused on the present, I know that my manifestations are going to be in the positive arena. As long as I'm focused on the present, I am not manifesting something that I don't want by focusing on the future and letting that cause me anxiety, or focusing on the past and letting that cause me anxiety and drain my energy. But the more we worry, right, and have anxiety about what's coming and what's not here, we're manifesting more of what we do not want. So I just wanted to come on and say that, because this can turn into a super long video. I don't want to keep y'all that long, but we got to be easy. We have to be easy and be patient. Of course, that's once we make sure we have all our bases covered with a solid Fibroid Freedom Action Plan. And if you don't know, if you have all your bases covered and you still are not seeing the results that you think you should be seeing, then maybe you should really get serious about learning what all of those areas are, because all of the areas that I mentioned in this video have subcategories, and they all vary depending on the person. So if that sounds like a gray area for you and you don't feel 100% in your heart of hearts that you got all that covered, then you need to get into 90-day fibroid coaching with me. Get in an interview first, because it's by interview and invite only. If your mindset's not right, I can't accept you or work with you, because it wouldn't be doing you any good anyway. You have to have the right mindset, but we should at least be on the phone talking to find out if you are ready for 90-day fibroid coaching with me, and or maybe you should just sign up for a 1-hour consultation. But at some point, you're supposed to trust and detach and let the magic, let the spiritual part, right? Let the beauty of operating in attachment and in allowing take place and show you this wonderful, sophisticated answer to what you thought was a big dilemma with your situation with fibroids. That's exactly what happened with me. So that's the last thing I want to say. But, think about how long it took you to develop fibroids, sis. Like, think about it. How long did it take you to develop fibroids? Do we even really know? How long do we think it took? There's a part of that process where it's gray because we have no clue where they first came from, how they first originated, how the first seed of a fibroid formed, or what even caused a physical formation of that seed. You don't know. So there's a very intricate part of the process when it comes to the subject of fibroids forming, and it gets even more intricate when we talk about succeeding at shrinking them naturally. Don't forget, there is a God element to this subject that we have to surrender and trust to once we make sure we're doing all that we can. And if you're not doing all that you can, I can help you. You got to sign up for coaching. If not, do research. But don't forget about the non-physical process. Don't forget about the spiritual element. Don't forget about the quantum element of this topic. Okay? We are working in the physical and non-physical realms. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. I think I'm going to go deeper on the topic a little bit on another video, but I don't want this to be too long, so I'm out. Get over to my website listed here on the screen and get my best-selling products that have helped so many women to shrink fibroids, including myself, and maintain natural fibroid freedom, save their fertility and their wombs. https://fibroidfreedom.bigcartel.com for all your natural fibroid